The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, I ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens.
This is second nature, all is automatic.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw here. He's got his tight end fan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Running is Jacobs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
19-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Ravens nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Thomas. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
1st down.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there. A big one. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there. A big gainer.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Ronald Jones.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Max Crosby
In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
Justin Tucker on
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
with the score. Raiders 14, Ravens nothing. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was... better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 40, 20, 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs.
Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then maybe coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to float this over the middle deep. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Turn to the power game to try to get in. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Jackson will keep it. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better you be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
He can run for it, and he will. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And the Raider 1st down.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. They run it with Jacobs. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Jacobs now. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. They'll fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Now we tipped and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much, Lester?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Play action. Now Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. Oh, for the third time, Jackson will be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or two at best. Second down coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. This is the tight end fake. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Hines. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the silver and black continue to roll. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Ravens nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
At the 6-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes him from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They will run with Ware. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Steps away to his left. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Flush to his right. Second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
The 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Touchdown, Raven.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative. Don't you go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the play brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They run again with Ware.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of
under pressure, and down he goes. Matt Milano just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, with risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. Over the middle here to Brown. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, Jackson. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. That is 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw again, Jackson. This into the hands of his running back, Robert Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 and the 4. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So they stay alive playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon.